Welcome back to Around the Tiers. Now live with us in studio are representatives of the Broome County Arts Council as they're getting ready for May's First Friday, which will include the First Friday Art Walk and the return of trolley rides. With us are Zola Khan and Carol Hawley. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, so just to start things off here, I mean, of course, the end of April means the start of a new month. First Friday coming up this coming Friday. Just tell us a little bit of the general overview about everything everybody can expect.
Gotcha. Well, First Friday happens every first Friday of the month. It is located mostly in downtown Binghamton, but there's a couple areas around. And it's just a night for people to go out and experience artwork. They've got a whole bunch of different venues. I believe we've got 12 different locations this month. We've got the flower show at the Artisan Gallery. I might be a little biased by that, but we've got the flower show featuring this lovely artwork by one of our artists. We have, I believe, over 50 artists have submitted work for this show, and it's all themed around flowers, and they're so, so beautiful, and I'm so excited for people to see that. But we've also got like musical performances. The Bundy is going to have live music as well as 2 different exhibits at their galleries. And we've also got something happening at Atomic Tom's, some work by BU students and faculty. So there's a lot of really big stuff happening this month, and the return of the trolley tours.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just what I wanted to get into. Of course, the trolley tours are coming back this month for May's First Friday, a fan favorite for many people throughout the community. If people aren't familiar with the process of the trolley tours, if you could just tell us a little bit about how they work.
Sure. We run a 6 o'clock and a 7 o'clock tour. They start in front of the Phelps Mansion, 191 Court Street. I'm one of the tour guides, and we also have Joe, who does the 7 o'clock tour. So you can pick up the trolley there, and parking is, pretty easy there. And you can ride it throughout downtown Binghamton, over to the west side, over to the Bundy Museum, actually. You can get on and off anytime you'd like, or you could stay on for the whole hour and hear the narration that both Joe and I will do, showing off Binghamton.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit more about, that specific narration that the guests will get on the tours, learning about the city's history, I'm sure. Tell me maybe a few highlights, a
Sure.
sneak peek.
Okay. Well, like I said, we start in front of the Phelps Mansion, which is a lovely building, so we talk about that and the history of that building and who it was built for and whatnot, and who Mr. Phelps was. We continue on down to Court Street, down to Shenango. A lot of history in that block of Shenango, with the old, I still call it the press building, and the Kilmers and whatnot, and then down through Binghamton, down to the west side, like I said, to Bundy. Bundy is part of First Friday, but also it's historical in itself, the building and the people that it was built for. So we touch upon that. And of course, why is Binghamton called Binghamton? And you'll have to wait. I'm not going to divulge that right now.
Got to ride the trolley to figure that one out.
You have to ride the trolley to find out who Mr. Bingham was and if he ever came to Binghamton.
Yeah, and to get back a little bit more into some of the different galleries and things that people will see throughout downtown and other parts of the city. I know that you said the showcase that the Broome County Arts Council building on State Street will be having is one of your favorite things that you're going to see this month. But just to speak a little, when I think, flowers, May, springtime, adding that, seasonal flavor to First Friday, why is that so important?
I mean, with every program that happens so routinely, you want to come up with ways that change things up, and as consistent as First Friday has been, we also love to introduce a little bit of newness. For example, that's why we have the trolley tours. We want to give people something to look forward to every month. If you go to the same event over and over again and nothing is new, you might not want to go the next time around. So we want to make sure that there's always new exhibitions, there's always new themes, there's always new events happening. There's one-time only events like the trolley that only happens on First Friday, those 2 days, those 2 times. So we think it's really important to have all of this newness, and May is a great time for it because, as you can all see, all the flowers are starting to bloom again. We've had a very, very dark and dreary winter, so I'm very excited to sort of launch spring off with our flower show and with all of these incredible exhibitions.
A great part about First Friday is it is really something that is fun for the whole family. I'm sure the kids love getting aboard the trolley as well. So what's that kind of feedback that you get from, the little ones who are coming aboard?
Oh, yes, it is. It's really nice to see a lot of families come. And I had one little girl once, and she gave me a little present. She made me a pair of earrings, and she handed them to me as she was departing, and it just touched my heart. It turns out later on I found out she's actually a student in my daughter's class. My daughter is a teacher over at Woodrow Wilson, but she didn't know that at the time. And I just thought that was so sweet to see that and to see families on board. And of course, I have to put a little plug in now. We do run the trolley in the nicer months, if you will, May through August, but we do have a special holiday version come December. So even though we'll be stopping in the fall, make sure you look for the special holiday version in December. And there'll be a special guest on board.
And the good thing about the trolley too is, let's hope that Friday's forecast is looking pretty clear. There may not be some rain, but it could be, a good way to get it around town if it is a little chillier, if that weather is a little, less than satisfactory.
Yes, and like I said, you can use the trolley for transportation. You can get on it on and off anywhere you want. Like if you want to go to the Bundy Museum, so park downtown and then ride the trolley and get off the Bundy, enjoy their exhibits, and then you can pick up the next trolley as it comes by then at an hour later. So yeah, we say that you can use the trolley for you don't have to bother, parking your car and reparking your car and whatnot.
Well, I'm sure that it'll be a fun-filled Friday night throughout the city of Binghamton. It sounds like there's tons and tons of great exhibits to explore.
Yeah, there's so many. Like, I don't know, you're going to see a little bit of my notes here, but like this rack card available at all the venues, it has a list of all of the exhibits and all of the stuff happening in downtown. Like, there's so many I didn't even have time to mention, like Cooperative Gallery, like Anthony Brunelli's, we've got Roberson Museum, Phelps Mansion Museum. So there's just so much happening on State Street, and I'm so excited. Now that it's getting warmer, there's going to be more people coming out and more people to see new art.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for coming on today to talk a little bit more about everything that we can expect this Friday in terms of arts in Binghamton.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
And First Friday returns to Binghamton this Friday, May 2nd, with plenty of art and fun to enjoy across the city of Binghamton for the whole family. Trolley rides are also making the return this month, and you can head to the Phelps Mansion at 6 or 7 p.m. for a guided trolley tour.